The energy of the earth itself is changing. It is hard to expect all of humanity to keep up with that change, and naturally, not everyone will. I cannot say for certain. When things change, let me put it as best as I can without sounding too new agey, because if I wanted, I could preach about how the earth herself has to evolve, and that some people might be left behind in another realm, and it's not at all that these people are going to be. I have certain beliefs about these realms. I think that eventually everyone evolves out of them. It's got nothing to do with any sort of eternal condemnation or anything like that. But let's put it this way: I believe we are at an age where knowledge, you could look at knowledge as a form of energy. Well, knowledge about how to be, knowledge about you know basically the laws of science and the laws of the science of how to be is evolving. It's becoming more and more heightened, and what knowledge does is it gives us freedom in certain respects. It gives us abilities in certain respects, but it also makes us understand the law better, right? The laws of the universe, the laws of cause and effect, the laws of, you know, uh, I'm not going to say whether or not I think telekinesis is a thing, but let's use telekinesis as an example. If you are a person who doesn't have much control over the mind, if you're a person who can't control thought, can't concentrate on a single thing that you want done, which is something that even I got to work on. Um, would it be would it be responsible for me to give you that ability? I'm not saying I'm giving out abilities. I'm just saying, let's just say I'm the king of I'm one of those guys on Lilo and Stitch, right? I can give you these abilities, these cosmic abilities. You can move stuff with your mind and all that type of stuff. If I gave you that ability, would that necessarily be a good thing or a bad thing? Yeah, see, when it comes to the chicken jockeys and the rainforest situation and Israel and Palestine, when it comes to situations like that, see the earth, or at the very least, we know that the people of the earth are becoming more and more able to do things that you know in 10 years, who knows where we'll be. And this is where meditation comes in. This is where, you know, certain disciplines and stuff come in, because if you want this world to be, at least a little bit like a utopia anyway, right? If you want this world to be a better place, with this technology and this wisdom, we got to get a hold of ourselves. We got to, me too. I need to meditate more. We all do. We need to learn how to master our mind. And all these parties and stuff, they're fun in the right context and motive. But yeah, this is one of the reasons why morality is beginning to mean more and more to me in these days. Because uncontrolled action and uncontrolled emotion, the consequences of these things are becoming bigger and bigger as knowledge becomes bigger, as abilities become bigger, as we become bigger, as AI and technology becomes bigger. You know, we could annihilate an entire planet if we're not careful. Okay? In theory, there might be, and I personally believe, intelligences that probably won't allow us to do that. Intelligences from other worlds, but we cannot take a chance. And even if those other intelligences do have the ability to do that, they can't ultimately change our free will. They can't ultimately, we would learn nothing. If they sedated our mind and they made us do what we need to do, we wouldn't learn anything. So, that's one of the reasons why I think spirituality and stuff like that's important. My first day this week, being on the treadmill because I made a mistake and didn't have much energy and for a couple days. I've been experimenting with certain things. But yeah, that's the thing. We're things are changing. It used to take us months to contact somebody. We would have to buy a boat and go sailing for months to get across the sea. And then if we wanted to go somewhere like China, we'd have to travel. In the blink of an eye, I could call someone from China. right now, in the blink of an eye. You know, with that kind of power comes responsibility. And, you know, some people, if they want to become a part of this, you know, new age, there's going to be certain restrictions. It's not going to really be like a communist type restriction, but you're not really going to, you know, just be able to, I don't think, to do anything, because with this type of power is gonna bring immense responsibility that we are going to have to take very seriously.